Assalamu alaikum, greetings of peace. I got to see something that really saddened my heart. It was a woman, one of our sisters in humanity, who the headlines were reading about how she, after her fight, had her whole face disfigured. A disfigured face after a UFC match. And I wanted to cover three points that I thought would be helpful for some, and some good words, because hopefully good words can awaken good hearts. Point number one. We often hear the word of oppression, and usually it's linked somehow to Islam and Muslims and the Muslim woman. But is that really oppression, or is this oppression? Is a woman who takes that gift, that honor of dignity, self-respect that the Creator has given her, and she honors her body, her mind, her intellect, and she's not eye candy for out there for the whole world to see. She doesn't let industry, doesn't care for her, use her and abuse her and spit her out. No, she takes, for her example, one of the best women that ever walked the earth, Mary, the mother of Jesus, who wore hijab. She is fulfilling that legacy of morality, of chastity, protecting her gift, her beauty, her intellect. Is that oppression, or is this oppression? How about a human being who gets their face smashed like this? You know, in Islam, we have this concept that your body has a right over you. You can't just, in making a small example, you might go into an enterprise, rent a car. You can't just do whatever you want to that car. It's been entrusted to you, and you got to bring it back sound. You got to bring it back. They do an inspection at the end. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for the damage you've done. But what about the gift of life? God Almighty gifted you with this intellect. And how do you think getting smashed in the face, how many brain cells are you damaging? What distinguishes us, the human being, from the animal is our intellect. And now if we're voluntarily destroying it, and our beauty and our facial features and this gift of health, we're out there destroying it, is that not oppression upon ourselves? Are we not oppressing ourselves? Would the person not be in a state of true oppression upon himself or herself in this case? Point number two is, for what? What is it all about at the end? Fame, money, attention, likes. What is it at the end? What do you gain if you lose everything at the end? And all these things catch up to you. They have a ton of studies now, scientific reports, especially in the case of concussions in football, and now with a lot of this human cockfighting, that it's sad that many of our sisters in humanity, and you even have some Muslim women who are going down this path, but you have to ask yourself, for what at the end? Where again, Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth, has honored you. Why would you dishonor yourself? Some of these things don't catch up with you right away, but they do catch up with you. What happens when you continue to destroy your brain cells? You continue to disfigure your face, your body, your health declines. And then after some time, like most of these fighters, you end up being forgotten. But all those aches and pains and beyond, the brain damage starts to catch up. And what good are you? What good is the money that you've made? And now you got to spend all that money to try to get that gift of health back? And what good was all those few minutes of attention when all those people have forgotten about you? For what? And the last point, who really cares about you? Who really loves you? Is it these people who now, after you've gotten your face disfigured, they're making memes, they're making fun of you. They didn't care about you in the first place. Nor does this industry, this cutthroat industry, who uses you, puts you out there as a commodity, as eye candy, half naked, selling your soul, selling yourself. Is this what God Almighty Allah intended for you? No, He is the one who loves you. He is the most merciful, the compassionate, the one who honored you. But then the human being dishonors him or herself. So that's why God Almighty Allah sent messengers and prophets. He sent them with the same message, calling the human being out of darkness into light, to worship the Creator, not the creation, to live by the guidance that He has sent Throughout time, you've heard of some of these messengers: Abraham, Noah, Jesus, Moses, and the last and final messenger sent to mankind, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon them all. They all called people to the purpose of life, the true purpose of life, and to live a dignified life, worshiping one and only one God, and being morally upright. This is the message, the consistent message. And now when you have that blueprint, and you know what you need to be doing in this life, the test of life, you'll end up not falling in these trips and traps that the satanic forces set for human beings. And now when you don't have the guidance, you'll end up getting your face smashed like this. You'll end up destroying your health, oppressing yourself. So hopefully some of these good words that I've said with love, and just seeing this really saddened my heart. So hopefully for those who are thinking to go down this field, those who are in it will reflect more. And the more God conscious we become, the more we know the Quran and the Sunnah, the more we know and live our purpose, the more that will be a guiding light for us to work to please our Creator before we meet our Creator, and to honor this gift of life that Allah, the Creator of the heavens and earth, has given us. Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum.